Row number 5 to the inside. In the Overkill Motorsports ULC CWI number 5, Icon by Barry Wright. He's out of Middleburg, Florida. It's the Magic Man, Mark Whitener. To the outside, it's Augusta, Georgia's number 4. It'll be Dusty Jones, actually from LaGrange, Georgia. Dusty Jones in car number 4. He'll start 10th. Row number 6 to the inside. Car number 22 in the Scorpion race cars. Number 22, it's the yellow 22 of Jimmy Thomas. To his outside, car number 2S. That'll be Bo Slay. Moving on to your next row. Car number 28 is going to be my friend Mr. Taylor Puckett in the ECI Enterprises Motorsports 28. In the Icon by Barry Ryan, into his outside, car number 6J, Jackson Thomason. Final row from LaGrange, Georgia, Jake Traylor in 42. And finally from Noonan, Georgia, car number 03, Oliver Gentry. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your starting lineup for the first race of 2019 with the National Late Model Supercar Series. The trophy sponsor for the National Late Model Series is also Burgers and More. Ladies and gentlemen, come to your feet. Give them a wave. It's showtime out of turn 4. We have double greens. We have them at full speed. Michael Patton, we have a race. We're underway.
Dalton Cook, Juicy. We got a caution on the speedway.
I think they're going to re-rack them and restack them. I don't believe the start will stick. Did that make sense? Don't believe the start will count. They'll re-rack them and restack them here and go again. Couple of Icon by Barry Wrights in those front row. Field is set down for the final 5 rows for the feature. Actually, I'm sorry, the final 3 rows for the feature. The 24 drivers in the Hot Shot event. We are feature racing the rest of the way just after 2 o'clock, or actually a quarter till 3 Eastern time. Michael Patton, Wesley Outland with you, along with the great video work of Richard Ford, John and Red Moses, executive producer Dan Costello of Just Dirt Video Productions. We welcome you to Facebook's coverage of the 44th National 100. The ambient temperature outside is clear, partly cloudy, 55 degrees, and thank God, no rain. Finally. Michael, let's try it again, my friend. Bring him to green out of 4.
Joseph Brown in the 92 car coming down the front straightaway. Juicy. The 1D, Dalton Cook taking off into turn 1 and 2 is your leader. Joseph Brown looking back to the inside, trying to power drive right by Dalton Cook. Falls back in line right behind him. Here they come out of turn 3.
Well, they'll come to the line. 3 wide, 3 rows deep. You would have thought you were at Talladega at a Cup Series event. Contact made near Whitener. Rodney Martin goes up the racetrack. Donna Allen goes to the inside. Dana Allen to the inside, right in front of Georgia Peach, Anna Parkhurst. And look at Travis Pennington, Michael Payton down to the bottom. Michael, look at the great race, and there's contact now with Pennington and Dana Allen. He's got some contact with his right rear quarter panel. Sheet metal rubbed on the right rear of Pennington, but he keeps going.
Joseph
Brown
for
the lead.
Joseph Brown takes a power dive out of turn 3 down into 4. Trying to take the lead from Dalton Cook into Dawn out of Columbus.
Dalton Cook, Joseph Brown, they battle side by side for the lead. Back straight away, Joseph Brown clears him again. He's in the Black Diamond 92 for Mike and Linda Hurd, as well as the other great people. Bruce Carroll, awesome job on the wrap job. And the Icon by Barry Wright, the number 2 spot of Juicy Dalton Cook. Sitting back in third, the real rapper of Colbert, Georgia's Kenny Collins. Then you got also David McCoy, Mark Whitener, the top 5. And Michael Patton. The track has really blacked off. You'd have thought you were at an asphalt track if you didn't know this is the Daytona of dirt.
Yeah, that's right. The playground of power, East Alabama Motor Speedway. We got the leader, the Columbus Flash, Joseph Brown in the 92 car. Leading over to the Juicy one, Dalton Cook in the 1D. Here they come down the front straightaway. These two are local guys battling for position. Dalton Cook started this race on the pole on the inside.
Early going. Joseph Brown hits his marks off turn 4. Dalton Cook right there in the snail's pace, ready to strike. as the laps continue to dwindle here. 40 laps the distance. We're still in the early going of this deal. Working lap number 7 of 40, 33 to go. Joseph Brown, Dalton Cook, Kenny Collins, David McCoy, as you see him flying by you now in the flyby shot out of turn 4. Great job by Just Dirt Productions on the camera, and Dan Costello producing. These fine gentlemen working around the speedway, getting you the sights and sounds of the National 100. Off of turn 2, Michael Patton, and here we go now. Joseph Brown out in front. Oh, Pennington's in trouble. Pennington, turn 1, the defending National Late Model Supercar Series champion with a problem, Michael Patton, and he's going to go behind the wall in the Longhorn.
Tough break for Travis Pennington. Is your National Late Model Supercar Series champion this year, points champion. And
he won the big race at Cochran?
Yeah, just won the big race at Cochran and going behind the wall.
Wow, back straight-away. One car going off the speedway, the number 6 car, and there's the caution. First yellow flag of the race. It's for Jackson Thomason in the 6 car. And we go under yellow flag. Here he comes back up on the hill, Michael. And he's going to go behind the wall. Travis Pennington, if you could look on our video monitor, he looks like he might be parking his car. He might be calling it a day in the 0-1 car. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. I'm so excited to make this announcement. Michael Patton, being the voice formerly of Lucas Oil, Southern States Midgets in the Sprint Car Series, and also now working with these great people down in Florida, the Brisk Industries, non-wing 410 sprints, and the Just Dirt Southern States Midget Series. Billy Thomas and Wayne Davis, Michael Patton have talked. They will be bringing 410 non-wing sprint cars and the midgets here to East Alabama Motor Speedway sometime in 2019. Awesome. Race fans, give them a round of applause. You are going to see one hell of a show when they come to town, I promise you. I promise you, you do not want to miss that. Michael, we're coming back to green.
All right, Joseph Brown is your leader in the 92 car. Dalton Cook right behind him.
I'm sorry, I was texting.
On a Parkhurst in the 23 car, the Georgia Peach is in the front straightaway
and
wall.
We got a caution. My goodness. Problems for the beautiful blonde-headed lady. For Richard Childress Racing, Kevin Harvick Motorsports, the Georgia Peach, Ivana Parkhurst. She's into the inside retaining wall. You're looking on the Just Dirt production video monitor, and you can see the damage. Toe in, possibly might be able to wheel that Warrior race car and get back going again, Michael Patton. But for now, we go back under yellow. You know, Michael, this young lady, I don't know if you've had the chance to see her so many times, but I followed her in a lot of big touring races, Fast Track and Ultimate and Charlotte at the World Short Track Championship and other big events. When she's on it, she's on it. And she is a talent. She can drive that race car. But it seems like she goes through the growing pains just like all these other guys do. They go through their problems. They struggle with their cars, the handling, just trying to get things figured out. But when she is on her game, she is one of the best to watch in a race car. Anna Parkhurst, the Georgia Peach.
I agree. I very much agree. She's a nice young lady. Her dad, Mike, is a super nice fellow.
Yes.
Mike is top-class act.
And, of course, they recently lost she lost her mom last year, but she kept on racing. Lost her mom to cancer. She kept on racing, kept fighting.
I met Mike several times here, but I met him up close and personal at St. Louis at the Gateway to the Dirt Nationals.
At the Dome, yes, sir.
Very awesome race. If you've never been to anything like that, it's a fifth mile inside of a dome. It's an awesome race to watch. It's super late models, modifieds. Now they've added quarter midgets to it. And I tell you what, it'll blow your mind. It'll really blow your mind. Look like she's done. She's got it fired back up. She's ready to go. Anna Parkhurst looks like she's going to be able to fire it back up and get it back underway.
And she's still got plenty of time to come back and rally.
They're going to give her a push her back. She's good to go. Let's see if this young lady. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Anna Parkhurst. I'm going to tell you, that's a nice young lady. And to be hanging with all these guys out here and doing it with the machinery she's doing it with. And she's doing it racing for her mom, and that's what her mom would want her to do, and that's what she's doing. And her dad, Mike's her biggest fan, and she's so grateful and thankful for every fan, every little girl she meets. There's always little girls always wanting her autographs or taking pictures with her, or it's just unreal. And the little boys are so funny. One the other night was right there close to her. One time I was somewhere and he was just so embarrassed. His mom said, "Go get her autograph," and he was just like, "I don't know." He was just like and when that kid walked off, he had the biggest smile on his face. You couldn't wipe the smile off his face.
You know, Michael, as we get the one to go indication, that's something that me and Chris Martin were talking about here at about 3 o'clock this morning, was about why the big boys, NASCAR, is in trouble. And why people love dirt track racing and they love the sport. They love drag racing because you can get a pit pass and you can go into the pits and you can meet guys like Scott Bloomquist or Travis Pennington or Tanner English or the young lady like Anna Parkhurst or like Joseph Brown. And you go to these cup races, you can't get to them. You have to have a hot pass, and sometimes you're not even lucky to be able to see them then. And that's one thing that they love about the growing of our sport of dirt track racing, is to be able to have that type of communication, relationship, and that bond that makes young kid into race fan. Back straightaway, there is a lot of contact being made by those guys, and it's not close contact either, being friends. They're bamming, they're ramming, and a problem now for the 17. David McCoy. He got the short end of that stick, Michael Patton. That was a 5-car battle, munch and crunch, and now it's became 4 as the Icon by Barry Wright with a problem. He might stall. Nope, he goes behind the wall in turn 1. McCoy is out. We're on lap 13. It's 40.
Jimmy Thomas in that Scorpion race chassis back on the track. JT back on the track. Jimmy Thomas in that 22 car out of Phoenix City, Alabama.
I want you to be able to see everything. The sights and sounds of the National 100. Many people said it should have been canceled, shouldn't have been ran, thought we were going to pull it this week. Well, it's now reality, and it's happening on a Sunday afternoon just before 3 o'clock. We're in feature number 3 of 10. Michael Patton, we will do features the rest of the day for the National 100. Joseph Brown still leads the Black Diamond. Lewis Auto Salvage, Mike and Linda Hurd, Carroll Race Wraps, Denton Motorsports, Black Diamond, number 92. The Icon by Barry Wright, number 1D of Juicy, Dalton Cook in the number 2 spot. And that's the way it stands right now, single file. Michael, how about Anna Parkhurst? She has climbed back to the top 5. Give it up to the Georgia Peach, ladies and gentlemen. She's up to 5th, Michael, off of turn 4.
23 on a Parkhurst right there. Battling right beside the 28 of Taylor Puckett. Taylor Puckett in that 28 car trying to figure out how to get over Dana Island, the master, going faster in that K9. Joseph Brown's opened up a little comfortable lead over Dalton Cook. Not much. Jimmy Thomas still having problems with that 22 Scorpion race chassis back in the pits.
Back behind the wall. Problems for him. Will stay green. Look at Taylor Puckett. What a move by Anna Parkhurst to quickly get on the binders from the top to the bottom. Just missing Puckett's car, Michael Patton. And now getting passed by Dana Island. A lot of great pieces of recovery and driving and strategy by that young lady to make her way through the field. That was phenomenal what we just saw right there.
Yeah, Dusty Jones in that 4 car. Coming up right behind them. Here comes that 42 of Jake Traylor. Jake Traylor in that 42 coming up behind Anna Parkhurst right now. Dana Island in that K9 trying to get around.
That's right. Back straight away. Dana Island trying to size up Taylor Puckett, Michael. Taylor Puckett, a Georgia native, the EST Motorsports entry number 28.